Hey guys, welcome back to some Eidolon. This is post-commentary of Timelapse video. I expected to walk along the road until I got to the city, so I expected it to be a while, so I was just going to show you in case anything did happen. I wasn't actually recording. However, after just being on the road for a few minutes, I ended up coming across an orb, which got me thinking, well, maybe I should go the other way too, because I wonder if there's a whole bunch of orbs along the road. I ended up just finding this one in this first little section here. So we get a little bit more information on a couple things that were happening. I have to refresh myself back on what was going on there because it was like a really long time ago. Last time I played this, man, I was playing this over the summer when I was in Oregon. So I'm going to need to, I know you guys probably need a refresher on this too, but this is just some background information here. So as you can see, I need to make my screen bigger to read this. Okay, so 8/27/2110. We camped out for a couple days, no more than 48 hours, then back to home. It took every officer a week to stem the flow of people. They don't head this way anymore. We have a new protocol in place for the beacons going out. Contain the threat, then wait it out. Damn Kalos and their pamphlet. No use in running from it now. When we're sure there's nothing moving anymore, we send in bench soldiers to burn the bodies. Okay, so this appears to be some sort of note from some sort of actual worker. Maybe that has more information. So people were all flowing down this road, and the police officers could not contain the flow of people. Something about the beacons, it's interesting, like they burn the bodies once the people die. So, which always in my head is like, okay, there's some sort of disease, right? Because the bodies are contagious while the people are alive, but they're not once they die. Or maybe they go in suits when the people are dead, because that way they won't attack you. Like maybe it's some zombie thing, like maybe the people will attack you, so they have to let them die. But it's talking about that beacon again, and that beacon is interesting, because it makes it sound like the beacon is what makes it sick, possibly. What does that say? It says, they don't head this way anymore. We have a new protocol in place for the beacons going out. It's not recons, right? Is it recons or beacons? It looks like beacons. That's interesting. Damn Kalos and their pamphlet. I don't know what Kalos is. Yeah, but this isn't a normal date here, so this is not referencing. This seems to be either this person did not acknowledge the coming of the new god, or it was something that happened. This was before it was noted that that's what was actually happening once they figured it out. But I continue to go along the road here for a little bit, and the road starts to like disappear into the hillside. It's kind of strange. But I guess, you know, if you think with all the rain after a couple hundred years, like it would flood over. So I continue to head northwest according to my map, which was going to get us to that town up in the top left-hand corner. You can see the road, like the whole mountain here. So either there was a tunnel and it collapsed or what, but it goes into a pretty serious mountain. As I continue to run along, following where I think the road went, I get a little turned around here. I keep going, and then, oh yeah, there's the road. So the road comes out like banked as it's turning, and then in the distance there is something. I promise we'll get a look at that in a half of a second here. I walked around to make sure I didn't miss anything, but down to another beacon. There's another beacon. You see in the distance appears to be a whole bunch of really big structures, or really broken down pieces of really big structures. So I am assuming that based on my map at the road, that we are near the town here at the very end. That's basically what I'm assuming. So go up here and collect this orb. A much longer note, but of course it's in cursive, so it's a pain in the butt to read. So I haven't seen you in a while. I have to admit I was a little disappointed. Eldon is no longer the company it used to be, and it's nice to have someone new to talk to, even if you don't talk back. My brother isn't really interested in what we have to offer the world anymore. I'm not sure what he's interested in, since he doesn't seem to want anything back from it either. I like having someone to tell my stories to. I must sound so old. Still, my stories are practically all I have left. You are young and you have stories. You probably don't realize how young you are. It's strange to think that I still look like a child. I should be dust by now, but instead I'm a little girl. Even more of a mystery than the others sent in too. Did you know that? We usually stop aging in our 20s, but I stopped when I was 14. I have some theories about that. Maybe I'll tell you sometime. Anyway, we stayed in Seattle for a long time, longer than we needed to, especially since we're so close to our own destination. It's pretty out of character for Eldon to waste time like this. I thought he hated it out here. We shall see the wild girl from time to time, though she doesn't seem to revere us like that. Revere, I don't know, like she used to. Did I mention that? When she first saw us, she followed us cautiously, fascinated by our effect on the world. I think she only saw the initial effects, the growth, and the way the animals gathered around us. I have to admit, I was astonished by it at first too. Then she saw what happened when we left. We seem less like gods and more like demons when everything we touch dies behind us. I think we're a curiosity now, though it's hard to tell. She defies understanding. We're almost to Bellevue. Have you ever been there? I must say I am rather nervous to be so close to our destination. I'm not quite finished out here, but I know Eldon will want to go back to the city as fast as possible. I should get back. Eldon is probably wondering where I am. So it was Bellevue is the town straight ahead, I believe. Very interesting. Not quite sure what I get from that, other than do I want to believe that there's different people there? Then that's a totally different type of person, but we'll theorize next time when we go into the village to really learn a lot more. Next time will be live commentary. I wanted to stop here because I got to the town faster than I thought, and I was like, man, I need to make sure that this town stuff is live commentary. So I eat myself, I sleep, I prepare myself for us to continue, and I shall see you guys live on a future date. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. Season 10 of Tornado Survival has begun. Click here in the top right to see the first episode in that series. If you'd like to check out my Minecraft server Avius, click here in the top left. Click the link below to follow me on Twitter to get the latest on my channel. And if you've liked what you've seen so far, click the big banner below to subscribe.